Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again I bring you to Midtown Manhattan. Monday Madness, Mayhem, me, Marvel Heroes. We got M's everywhere. Those are M's, not gang signs that I'm aware of. I guess that's it because showtime. Hi, guys. Spent about an hour and a half earlier today farming up enough Eternity Splinters so I could load up with a new character for you guys. Actually, we want that. Yeah. These are the characters we have to choose from. Ant-Man. Seriously.
You're just a walking Section 8, aren't you?
Black Cat. That's 2. You can see I have an awful lot of them. Nightcrawler to level 60. And X-23. Is that correct? I just have 4 left. I have 59 of them at the level. Black Cat's boring. Ant-Man is double boring. X-23 is not very interesting. I think it's going to have to be a Nightcrawler. All right, well, we will unlock him. Oops, wrong button. Right button. Actually, we need to go over here first. Exactly what we need. I think I have 1 left over. Nightcrawler. Unlock. He is unlocked. We switch to him.
Dear God, let me triumph over evil today.
Mein Gott im Himmel. Bad German accents coming in. I feel shame. Frequently, but specifically in this case because I did not open up and choose a build for him. Well, let's see. We've got teleports for days and the Tahiti build of bamfing around. Let's take a look at bamfing around. Melee, teleport, flourish. Flourish? Really? A lot of teleports. A lot of teleports sounds interesting. The other one is teleports for days. I wonder if they have the exact same attacks. I'm checking really quick to see if they have all of the same attacks. Looks like they do. I think they have the exact same attacks. We will go with the tested one from Tahiti, the server which I am playing. We'll go to Synergy. We'll check the synergies. Angela, Cable, Electra, Juggernaut. Angela, Electra, Cable, Juggernaut. Cable, Electra, Juggernaut. Moon, She, Squirrel, War, Wolverine. Moon, She, Hulk, Squirrel. No, it was Wolverine. Was it War Machine? Yeah, War Machine. War Machine, Wolverine. The last one we don't have yet because it's him. We'll go with Carnage as life gain on hit. It's always handy. We'll now check the Infinity system. See if he has any information as opposed to just having the list as to why. Oh, very nice. You list them in order. So Temporal Loophole gains 152. I'm unsurprised by that. That makes so many builds, almost all of them. There we go. That's 152. The next, 150 in Mental Focus, in Mind. Mental Focus, Mental Focus. 1 point each. That's 150. Because I can math. The reason you're targeting 150 is there are bonuses for 50, 100, and 150 points spent in every tree, each and every tree. 150 gets you +1 to all attributes, which is a nice, significant bump. Next up, Strike Through in the Power Gem. Keep doing that. Power Gem. Strike Through. This one, that one. Another 150 points. Another 2 points on all of our stats. Next up, 6 points in Fighting on the Soul Gem. We don't quite have enough. We'll get 4. And we have spent our infinity points and we've made ourselves stronger, dangerouser. Currently we have Teleport, obviously, Bamf. We have Sneak Attack, which is hitting somebody. And Saber Swipe. Swords hardly seem sporting, but on the other hand, if you've got a grand total of 6 fingers between your 2 hands, makes a little bit more sense. How about Challenges Midtown Green? So we are currently at 59 characters out of the 63 in the game. Oh, Sentinels. Nun improved Kurt Wagner. So the getting the last Sentinel is about the worst possible first thing you could get. The Sentinels are the worst wave to begin with in Midtown, because there's 5 of them, but you only get good drops from the first one, the Mega Sentinel. The other 4 you just kill because you won't get another wave until they're dead. We have Sec here. Let's go ahead and go to gameplay, and we will vaporize all the slot gear except Cosmic Yellow quality. We have added Swashbuckler Slash. Well, that's a PBAOE. Must cost a lot more spirit. It does. That's a basic. We want to swap that for the other one. Sneak, probably. I will do a quick check and see if any of these are making the build. Spoiler, almost certainly not. Nope, nope, and nope. That is 123 to 185. That's a little bit more damage with a higher critical damage. Do I actually get stealth from Bamf? I didn't think so. We're going to swap those two. Oh, looks like we actually do get stealth. Oh, it is a stealth attack. Still, most of the time I'm just going to be attacking with, attacky things rather than stealth. But we'll try it. I'm out of spirit.
I feel even closer to my destiny.
Yes, I am definitely closer to my destiny, whatever it may be. Tromeo.
Let us see what lies behind the next curtain.
And now we have Flash and Grab. Teleport to targeted location to strike enemies there and simultaneously teleport back with them in tow. Well, that's not going to make many friends. But the war goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian McKellen at home.
I'm a destroyer.
Timu? Ian McKellen? Mate. Alright, we will now pick up our delightful loot. And the key to effective leveling, oh, that's right, we do have a boatload of bamfs to burn through, is to go here to the shield training room, cosmic difficulty, and get 240% additional XP, which will probably put us at like 16 or 17.
Thank you for giving me the strength. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
As they say,
16.
learn something new every day.
17, 18, so 190 damage, 222 damage rating. We'll put that on, sure. We'll put that on, sure. And the Midtown Madness Fortune card gives us 10 relics. We like 10 relics, and we cannot lie. Oh, we should grab a pet, lest we forget to grab a pet. Fighting and intelligence, I'm thinking, are my skills. Fighting and speed. Actually, speed does make sense. Yeah. We come over here. Do we have a speed? I think we've got a speed in here somewhere. We do. Physical. Yep. That'll work just fine. Why did that? Because we'll be using this later. We're looking for the pets lens. What? The pets. What? We want speed. We have a cat with speed. Anything else with speed at +3? Looks like the only one we currently have available at +3 is that kitty, so he gets cats. I hope he's not allergic. I am allergic to cats, sadly. Always had one growing up in the house when I was a kid. I knew not to rub my face in them, but other than that, no real problems. Got one of my own, out on my own. Had it for about, 4 months, something like that. Maybe 6. And had to call 911 because I couldn't breathe. The cat allergy had overwhelmed me. Had to give it to my brother. The cat, not the allergy. Eega. Okay. And now we run. We don't really run though, do we? We gallop? Okay. That was painful. Get away from Rhino. We don't like Rhino. Even his one-shots make us uneasy. Fantastisch. Just you wait. Can we finish the Green Goblin, please? Come on, guys, seriously. Does kind of seem like maybe it's over. We'll head back, open up our next batch of boxes. Lone Star Wolf, good evening. We're down to the last few characters, the characters I had the least interest in. So we don't need to open those here. We want to open those in the training room. So it's Kurt Wagner.
I feel even closer to my destiny. So I won't be able to compete with me now.
We have Black Gloves of the Priesthood. That's much more damage than the one we're currently using. 3 speed, that's really quite good. We'll be using that. On our first set of boots, the other items we just devour because they're delicious and nutritious. Back to Midtown. Hope your week has gotten off to a this doesn't suck yet start. Lone Star Wolf. There's always time for a week to suck. But the best you can hope for is that you get through Monday without it. Okay, I know we're going to end up, that's going to be in our left click slot. So far so good, excellent. Run throughs on a 6-second cooldown. That's the basic sword attack. Cooldown is 8 seconds. Both of those are 8 seconds. Not sure does flash and grab make the build? It does not. What a shame. X slash. That doesn't make the build either. Blink stroke does make... Oh, that doesn't sound great. Blink stroke. You don't want to use the word stroke around a man of my advanced years. Thank you.
But I've seen too much.
Where are we at? 20 seconds. Well, that one can go away. Bamf Bomb sounds exciting. Alright, 4 bosses are up, and I have to trot. Gallop? Lope? I'm not even sure what to call it. I'm not really interested in beholding your creations, sir. I'm not all that interested in beholding any of your bits or pieces, frankly.
I feel even closer to my destiny. Fantastic. Just what I need.
I was going to say there should have been 4, and there were. And we go down again to yellow tier, please. Currently at 24, probably good for 27, maybe 28.
Let us see what lies behind the next curtain. And just like that...
27 it was.
Fantastic. Just what I need.
Bodysuit. This one's got more health, but the other one has 4 points in speed, which is one of our primaries. We like that better. 460, 460, 380, and intelligence. Well, I mean, he probably can use a little extra intelligence. So two more waves. And then we'll hit the storyline. Half an hour, 40 minutes. That'll take. And that'll get us up to level 60. And then we're back here in Midtown on red difficulty at level 60 to get an entire batch. Oops, I just remembered something. Don't let me forget that we don't necessarily need to do that, because we have a bunch of SSBs, shield supply boxes to open. That'll give us uniques. Yes, boxes. Hey, Chila, how you doing? Monday, Midtown Madness. Mayhem. This will give me 60 out of the 63 characters at the cap. My slash played on this server since it came up like 4 months ago. 19 days, 5 hours. So 470 hours? Something like that. 461 hours, I think. And to double check, 123 days, so yeah, 4 months. Average of almost 4 hours a day since it came out, which seems excessive even to me.
Doesn't exactly help our cause, but it sure is fun.
Not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. You always gotta talk dirty at me like that, though. That creeps me out. Rod Knox. Good evening. Technically morning, but, you know. Semantics. I am just beating up bad guys.
There's a reason Xavier chose you to lead us.
And being German tonight. A Loki rune as a random drop on a Monday. That is extremely unusual. This evening, we are Kurt Wagner, also known as the Nightcrawler. Born in Deutschland. We are in yellow. Getting back to a normal sleeping schedule after this summer's heat wave is a steep hill to climb. It gets harder when you get older, too. Pretty much everything gets harder when you get older. We should hit 30.
Let us see what lies behind the next curtain. The new and improved Kurt Wagner.
Hello, I am the new and improved Kurt Wagner. Wie geht's, baby? That's a lot better. Again, a lot more health, but the 4 speed just feels so delicious and Delightful. Fine. We'll go with that one. More weaponry is good. Feed those to the pet. We have a Loki rune, much to my surprise. Yeah, it's just that everything gets a little bit slower to get over it. Well, that one is usable. So we'll use it. Ooh, XP bonus too. Yay! Well, we'll do one more wave, I think, of Midtown here. Unless it's the Sentinels. In which case I'll just shine it and head straight into the storyline stuff. It is better than the alternative, Nod Knox. You know, unless you have access to Fountain of Youth, everything getting slower is better than everything stopping. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not the Sentinels. That's all that really matters. Oh, they're over here in the little sort of convention center. It's the Wizard. Wow, that's a bit harsh. Why don't you just die? Seriously, dude. Why don't you just grow up? That seems like a lot easier. Oh, one of the players is dead. My guess, he probably got in the way of Juggernaut. That's how I die most of the time I die. It's either Juggernaut or Rhino. Occasionally maybe a Bullseye thrown in. Jing 31. Missed me, Juggernaut. Lol. I'm unstoppable. Oh, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's bamf our way. Most of what you come across in your life still think you're 20, when in fact 45. You know, chronologically, tracks with the inside. You know how youthful looks. Yeah, they don't protect against cancer. And healthy living doesn't guarantee anything either. The best example of that, the author James Fix, he wrote a book called The Running Book, which caused a huge explosion of running as a way of keeping fit in America. And he got into it because his father had died at 52, and he didn't want that to happen to him. He died at 52. Heart attack, same as his dad. I did do raids last night, yes. The last two, I spent comfortably face down on the floor while the rest of the team managed without me. In my defense, I will note that a week ago, I did have top DPS in one fight. I'm going to have them put that on my tombstone.
I shall cherish this treasure. The new and improved Kurt Wagner.
The new and improved Kurt Wagner. Meet the new Kurt. Same as the old Kurt. Pretty much. We'll go ahead and use the Electro Medallion because I'm pretty sure it's going to be energy and we don't do any energy damage, so yeah, it's not going to do anything. let us put away, childish things, our Loki rune. And we will go ahead and get to work on the story. And we're off.
Welcome to the Raft, Earth's most secure prison. Until now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary, it's out in front.
And supervillains are escaping from their cells. We need your help to stop the breakout. You'll need to do three things. First, reactivate security. Without it, we're working blind. Second, restore power. Look for a set of generators in the maintenance wing. Finally, lock down...
You're an enormous help, Maria.
There are still Hydra agents and loose inmates, so expect resistance.
I need a job!
Funny, it never occurred to me. She tells us to expect resistance, and we go by Electro, who apparently has no resistance at all, in that he can move the electricity around easily without, like, burning up. He's not going back in that cell. I think she's hitting on me, guys. Understandable. The Germans are well known for being sex machines.
Locked up tight. I just wish you could have gotten here sooner to stop the bleeding.
You give the other goblins a bell. Oh, look! It's time to play.
I didn't even equip. My signature skill, and I don't need it against you, Green Goblin.
It's never over!
Du bist ein Loser.
And that concludes our show for tonight.
I hope you don't get airs.
The Raft Assault was a spectacular success.
Something tells me this event is only the beginning.
Let us rearrange our skills and whatnot. Let's see. Flashing Steel when you use Saber Storm. I don't know if we're doing that. Surprise attack, Bamf Bomb, and Run Through. Deal 100% more damage if used while stealthed. Flash and Grab gains. Yeah, I'm not sure we're using Flash and Grab either. Let me take a moment and get my skills arranged. That's not what I wanted to actually be looking at. There we go. No. Yes. There we go. All right. So Blink Strike, Righteous Fury, Run Through. Blink Strike, Righteous Fury. Well, we know that goes there. Righteous Fury and Strike Through? Was that what I said? Run Through, probably. Yeah, Run Through. And then Death Blow and Bamf Bomb. Bamf Bomb. Where's Death Blow? And Death Blow. There we go. We have our skills now. Good morning, Fizbic. Also, good afternoon and good evening. We've wrapped around. For Nod Knox, it's good morning. For the East Coasters in America, definitely evening. For me in California, we've once again come upon the is 5:30 evening or afternoon. It's the gloaming. So good gloaming, everyone. Oh, and which did we want? We wanted the middle one, which is Bamf Bomb and Run Through. We're using both. So presumably then we will use, let's see, Bamf Bomb. So we want a stealth and then Bamf Bomb. And the other one was run through? Run through. Ah, okay, so those two are both stealth attacks. This one only stealth? You have to have a target. Afternoon going into evening, you would think? Yeah, it's just... If you were to say, when does afternoon end? I think your average American anyway is probably going to say 5.
How fantastic.
But that's definitely not evening. Evening doesn't start for most Americans, I would say, until 7. So I don't know. I should Google it. Try and come up with a definitive, categorical answer. That won't happen, though. My major attack is Brimstone Blitz. Because we turn into a Brimstone Blitz. Brimstone Blitz. Old guy music reference. I believe Barroom Blitz was also used in the second trailer for the Suicide Squad. The two of the best trailers ever were the first 2 trailers for Suicide Squad. All right, so what am I supposed to do in this build? What's my rotation look like? What's my motivation? Left-click Spender. It's better than that because this build doesn't pick up any of the sword talents. Ballroom Blitz. I said barroom, didn't I? Yeah. I do tend to say barroom. Thank you. The man in the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. All right, so yeah, we need Bamf to set up Bamf Bomb and run through. Having spirit issues is a DPS loss. That's probably actually a good idea. I tend to wail on things a lot. Let's go with that one instead. It'll do less damage. But it does 50% more damage when I stealthed. And since I'm going to be stealthing a lot, that'll make up some of the difference. Slight damage loss, but not huge, because I shouldn't theoretically be using it, but this does allow me to build up back my mana equivalent. Blink Strike, thanks to carried momentum talent. Okay, well, we're not there in that one yet. So, well, we can play around with this some more. We are off to Devil's Kitchen, I believe, next.
I hope you don't get airsick.
Hell's Kitchen, sorry. Wow.
Hell's Kitchen. All the ones for the city to breathe free. Free of corruption.
Ballroom Blitz? You're looking at a teleportation build for Nightcrawler the other night. Well, the two on MH Bugle, the top 2 builds were both teleportation builds. I think they had the same skills. I went with this one. This one is specifically mentions Tahiti server, which is the one I'm on. Daredevil's Kitchen.
Hello there.
One of my favorite H.P. Lovecraft stories is The Horror in Red Hook, which is another district of New York City.
And for the next trick.
And for my next trick. It's difficult, even as someone of German extraction, to not bust into bad German jokes, tasteless German jokes. I do have one German joke I can use, though. Do you know how you make a German chocolate cake? Well, first, you occupy the kitchen. That's the joke. Now, what's really funny about that isn't the joke itself. It's that German chocolate cakes aren't from Germany. They come from a guy named German.
afraid I cannot do that.
So the funniest thing about the joke is it's not the joke. It's the meta joke. Because I never met a joke I couldn't, like, ruin. Really. Bamfing around is the one you looked at. Let's see, there were two of them. Bloop. Yep, bamfing around is the one I'm using. Face it, historically, not a vast number of jokes about the Germans. There we go, some Eternity Splinters. We need those. We've spent all of ours. Seem to be a better take on the BAMF abilities. Well, also it is specifically designed to, or tested out and played on Tahiti. So it is still an emulated server, so there are going to be differences. Most of the time, the differences will be minimal, if anything, between how builds perform on Tahiti and the way they performed on live, but it's non-zero. You know, of course he can teleport, but he runs around on all fours. Seriously, he must have, either he has constant back problems, or amongst his mutations is a very, very pliable spine. Need to hop on with Doctor Strange to try to get his last 10 levels. I've got Strange. Oh, I haven't used this yet. Let's use it now. I have him cosmicked. I got him through the cosmic trial without too much trouble. Double check that I'm telling you the truth. Yes, I did. He's in my list of, I think, 12 characters that I have so far gotten through the cosmic trial. I am playing Nightcrawler, hence my bad German accent. Continually rearing its ugly head. Doctor Strange is not as much fun as he was back in the day when we still had, when you could have and use a second hotbar to swap, where a lot of the build was hold down control to bring up the alternate hotbar, hit like 1, 2, 3, 4 skills, and then go back to your regular rotation. Change the build you're using for him to Astral Legion based. The one I currently have is all incantations, I think. And basically, other than movement, all of your skills are incantations. And that includes the SIG. So you basically, the incantations add to, I can't remember the name, the magical bar above, which has like 6 divisions in it. And then you hit your SIG, and that takes all of them back off cooldown. And then you just do that. That's all you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, signature. And it's just a constant rotation of those spells being cast nonstop. It was an interesting build, so I wanted to try it. I don't think it's optimal, but it did manage to burn through the Cosmic Trial pretty straightforwardly. But then the Cosmic Trial, a lot of it is just being capable of having a lot of area of effect damage. And then decent single target. For those not aware, the Cosmic Trial is a difficult one-player piece of content you have to go through to get access to the cosmic difficulty in some of the content. Specifically, the 3 patrol areas, which is Midtown on Mondays, ICP, Industry City Patrol on Wednesdays, and Hightown on Fridays.
I do not believe this meeting is a coincidence.
All right, the next one was here. When you use a teleport power, you get an increased dodge, chance, and base damage, stacking up to 10 times for 4 seconds. I had trouble defeating Malekith in Chapter 9. The way that I do my leveling now is on Monday. I pretty much always want to level a character on Midtown Mondays.
You around here. That's a big part of why we're after the tablet. Something seems to be playing jump rope with the fabric.
One sec. All right, none of those are of any import. And I will start in Green Midtown, get to level 32 to 36, and then swap into the storyline. I'll try to get a little bit higher if it's not Midtown Madness, but I'll do that in Midtown as well. Ideally, I would like to finish my leveling right around when you run into Electra in Hightown. So, but I do have the full 200% XP bonus going, which is kind of a big deal, not going to lie. For those not aware, there's an XP bonus depending on how many characters you have at the cap, up to a maximum of 200%. I'm off to Jersey.
I love the fresh sea air. Too bad the air here is not so fresh.
Wow. Kurt Wagner talking crap about New Jersey. And he just got here. Sounds right. Get your first character to level 6. It is important to try and get them to 60 before you move on to your next character. As the first one is, I think, 40% additional XP, which means that the next one's going to go, you know, in just a little bit more than half the time. And so once you get those rolling, it comes a lot faster and easier. Sadly, the way the game was constructed, you basically, if possible, on your first character, to make it as fast as possible, the standard recommendation that I haven't followed is to do waves of holo sim until you hit about 20. Personally, there are so many waves that are bad in there. I don't find that fast, as you constantly have to exit and go back in to get a wave that doesn't suck. And then theoretically, I think a lot of people recommend just doing the terminal for Curse, because there are civilians in that where you can free them, help them. Basically, click on them and you get a big XP bump. And so, my understanding is at lower levels, it's holosimmed about 20, and then just running the Curse terminal over and over again to free the citizens, beat Curse as well. And then around 48, you start the story, and you'll be able to finish that relatively quickly. That the story slows down in progression. And if you start with the story, which the game sort of indicates that you should, you only get to the level 40s, I think. So the first character or two is going to be slow. 30% bonus, right, with Cyclops it's 40, okay. A lot of people do the Cyclops thing, but that 10% really doesn't matter in the long run because he's slow, I think, to get to 60 in the first place. I used to just run the story. I can't even remember when it was live as to, if you could just run story to get it done. But I am very acquainted with how it is here. And that first one was tough. Also, if you've picked up any of the boosts, doing any of the content, don't be shy about stacking any of the XP boosts up to, I think, up to 5. It's like it's 10% for half an hour, 20% for an hour, 30% for an hour and a half, 40% for 2 hours, and 50% for 2.5 hours. Beyond that, it just stacks duration. So you want to use them up in batches because they have an increased effect per boost. Scary information. Your Steam machine can actually detect the battery level on your 23-year-old wireless keyboard. Also working as a sleep function, touch-sensitive volume, and touchpad. And I wouldn't trust Windows to get any of those things right when I plugged it in. 0. It did speed up my leveling of that first character. And the first one is the most important. The first few are, less important as you go on, but you're not going to need them by the time you're like level, by the time you're got 58 characters at the cap. The XP bonus is not useful unless you're trying to grind out infinity points. In which case, sure. Pick one of the days where a lot of XP bubbles are going to be dropping. Drop 5 of the XP boosts on your fastest killing character and get into Cosmic Midtown and blow shit up. Yeah, it's useful for that. But that's just, I'm going to get a couple more infinity points as opposed to, I really want that 30% XP bonus. Oh, my second character, 50%, thank God. That kind of thing. Do not be shy about using the XP ones in particular and check because they tend to stack both in amount and duration up to like 5. So you want to use, if possible, 5. You could even spend some of your Gs on a couple of, if you have 3, say, you want 5, spend a couple of Gs and buy a couple more because it's going to get you to where you want to go so much faster. But yes, I am too a hoarder. I could show you my stack of ridiculous amounts of stuff that I really don't have a use for anymore, like a lot of the boasts. I'll get to your comment in a sec, Nodmox. After I beat up the big robot. Yeah, you heard me right. I gotta kick the living crap out of a big-ass robot. I actually don't know. Its ass is pretty big. Splinters! Only thing you've not yet got to work on it is Twitch and all the streaming apps, but that's more on you since you don't know how to use the program Wine for Linux-based operating systems. Yeah, I've never done anything with Wine. My understanding is it is a solid piece of software.
And for the next trick.
Let's see. Well, we've got another one. Let's see. Element of surprise when you use a flourish power. 1, 2. We have 2. Righteous Frenzy creates a lingering damage area around you. Righteous Frenzy. Righteous Frenzy! Yeah, that seems pretty okay. Extra Vuln is good. Flourish powers, extra damage versus bleeding. Not using sword powers. Critical hit chance is 100. Generally speaking, anything that has a crit or brutal chance of 100% we want. So I'm going to guess it's element of surprise. And it's not. It is the area of effect, damage and vuln. Okay, that was good, but I thought that, generally speaking, anything with 100% crit or brute rating gets the win. I'm going the wrong way. I didn't even need to come in here at all. I'm a silly monkey. No, I through the aim yard. Yeah, that was the wrong way. Weird. My brain filled in the blank for me. I thought I had to go through that, but maybe not. Maybe I just have to go buy it. There are a lot of things where you only have to go buy them. You don't have to actually do them. But I may be going back in a minute anyway. No, I don't think so. I know, for instance, I just recently found out that you don't actually have to go through that. You just have to go buy it. Interesting. So yeah, it appears you don't actually have to do the aim instanced space.
I feel even closer to my destiny.
Oh, Kurt Wagner. Wie geht's? Why are you such a weirdo, my friend? Mein Freund. Is it mine? Mein Freund? Meine Freund? Meinem Freund? I could, that was the part that always killed me in German. I was good with the vocabulary, terrible with the grammar.
Alright, looks like class is in session.
Alright.
Tell me what you think of this. Almost beat Thor with this move. Watch and learn. I guess I've learned my lesson.
I press F to doubt.
You are not quite ready for
Never played around with Linux until the machine arrived 2 weeks ago, but everything gaming is as smooth on their standalone system in OS. Windows can go die shamefully in a corner. Well, I can tell you this. Microsoft Golem. Oops, I'm sorry. Satya Nutella. Oops, I'm sorry. Satya Nadella is doing everything he can to kill all the parts of the business that aren't AI right now. You know, the people who are going to win the AI race are going to make more money than God. Microsoft will not be one of those. And they will have spent billions of dollars chasing a ghost. Couldn't happen to a nicer company.
I thank God for giving me strength.
I even did a little commercial Linux support in my time. Little Ubuntu, more Red Hat. And a shitload of Unix support over the years.
Surprise!
I'm afraid I cannot do this.
These guns aren't just for show.
Really? You use them like they are for show. The easiest way to get games to work in Linux is to use Steam. Most non-Steam games can be added to Steam. Satan's Nutella. Hadn't considered that. That's not bad. Might use that. No, I won't use that. Of course I wouldn't use it. That's crude. And Satan's Nutella. Give me a second. I need to write that down. Personally, I prefer to just refer to him as Microsoft Golem. Like he's the product that they have made in an attempt to make a Golem replacement.
Ready to cool things down, Hedrick?
I mean, Given the way I look, I probably shouldn't be making fun of the way other people look, but come on. All right, we have Tireless Teleporter, Spirit Restored, and Health Regenerated on Brimstone Blitz. I don't think we're even using Brimstone Blitz. Wait, are we? Oh, it's the SIG. Yeah, we are. Righteous Fury and Bamf reduces the cooldown of Brimstone Blitz. That I like. That's probably the one. Critical hit chance. Oh, dear me. When it ends, apply Conceal to yourself and all for 5 seconds. Yeah, that's got to be the skull. Got to be the skull. I'm wagering. No, it's not the skull. Oh my god. This guy's build is not what I expected. Everywhere at once, you believe? Yeah, that's what it is. But most of the time, man, a chance to have crits. Guaranteed crits. But I mean, that's 2 in a row where I had guaranteed crits. And we went with an obviously good skill, but not what I would have expected. Bamf Bomb and Blink Strike also restore a charge of Righteous Frenzy. That seems pretty good. Because we're big on Righteous Frenzy from this. Gain a combo point meter. Oh, no. Oh, Crescendo is steel, so that's if you're going sword. I'm not going sword, obviously. Sword power damage, yeah, it's got to be that one.
Ready to go?
Take me to Madripoor. I'm going to AFK for just a second. Because I need to refill my cafe. Guten Abend, guten Abend. Wie geht's? Ich bin back. For instance, it wasn't very long ago that I learned you don't have to kill these guys, you just have to run by them. Bye. That there are a fair number of things like that, where it appears that you've got to kill a bad guy or something, but really you don't. On for my next trick! The Grim Reaper. Actual name is Dave. But he's really very, very grim. I haven't actually asked about how much reaping he does. Probably a lot, though. Okay, why is that not opening? Thank you.
Death has come for you.
Death has come for you.
How does that feel, hero? Death cannot stop me.
Do not be embarrassed by your performance.
No, he should be embarrassed about his performance. Level.
Thank God for giving me the strength.
I think, occasionally, that we still have to destroy the snaky bits, but I'm not sure. It says we have to. The first one died instantly, the second one not so much. All right, time for some snacks. One of the more convoluted randomly generated maps I've seen.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. The new and improved cut partner.
Gotta be that one, right? Indeed. The other two about swords. They're not about swords around here. Level 57. And then we'll be opening shield supply boxes, which I have earned on previous Wednesdays. Couple on Friday, but mostly on Wednesdays. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The key to getting a bunch of them on Wednesday is every 4 hours there's a leaderboard, and you just want to make sure every 4 hours you log in. Let's see, they start, I think, 3 a.m. Pacific time. So, if you're awake between 3 and 7 a.m. Pacific time, and basically in every 4-hour batch in between, if you just go with one wave of ICP in the red map, that will get you 3 shield supply boxes and 1 shield supply card. If you do like a half a dozen, say 4 to 6, you should get 5 boxes and 2 cards, even if you have no access to the Cosmic. If you also do the Cosmic, wow, I just drooled all over myself. What the hell was that? If you do Cosmic one wave, that will get you 5 more boxes. So if you have a character that's cosmically finished the Cosmic Trial, you do one wave of yellow Cosmic ICP, and say 4 waves, probably enough to get you in the top 50% for red. That will get you 10 boxes, 2 cards, and 1 Cosmic card every 4 hours. And you can get a buttload, and I'll show you what you can get out of those boxes real soon.
Fury told me you might be visiting.
Now, they are character sensitive, so most of the loot you will get of certain types will be for the character you are on. And it can be time-consuming, pretty time-consuming to go through the boxes because they are capable of giving you so much damn loot.
This doesn't exactly help our cause, but it sure is fun.
Funny, I was just thinking about you.
Next time, bring more friends.
We may not quite finish at Electra, but we'll get close. Yeah, maybe.
People now.
Pretty good shot at finishing on Electra, which is about where I usually finish on my characters now, getting them to 60. And once you've done the entire storyline, there's no need to do it unless you want to. You have to do it once, though, to get access to certain in-game bits and pieces. Right. I didn't get him? God damn it. How is he still alive? I don't even know which one is him. There we go. We got him. All right. Who's Aichu? It's like, welcome to generic Asian fighting noises. Class. More Eternity Splinter. I had one Eternity Splinter when I started this evening's stream. Gotten 39, so not a huge return on my time. But then I'm not trying. Okay.
Your fate is sealed.
I know she's saying fate. Still sounds like face every single freaking time.
Stay down.
That was really pathetic on my part. I performed really badly there. Oh, I must not have actually hit the damn button. That would be that might account for it. Yeah.
I'm afraid I cannot do that.
We all must fall, eventually.
59.
You are not quite ready for the stage.
I have the course laid in.
Talk to Ben Urich again, and I think we ding.
Ah, Spider-Man. What trouble may I help you out of this time?
Good to see you here.
As they say,
Ding 60. Experienced teleportation. All right, we got a new and improved. And a few hero coms.
Are you ready for a new look then?
We are going to go into the inescapable, whoops, shield training room. Yellow tier. And we're going to grab ourselves some SSBs. These are shield supply boxes. Until I got what? 14 there and another 10 there, so. Move these around out of the way. All right, so what they will have is they'll have anywhere from about 6 to 15 objects most of the time. A few cosmic items, a unique or two, a couple of crafting bits, nothing particularly interesting, but there's the sort of the bonus boxes where you get a lot more stuff. You'll get a rare rune, you'll get a pet, and then there's the jackpots. I've gotten once so far, and that will include a character, a random costume, an ultimate upgrade, and an artifact. This is a regular one. So we're not really interested in any of the standard cosmics, so those get fed to the pet. That is a unique. Damage to ranged powers, that's not really of any help. That's no good. Some protectors comms. There'll usually be a cosmic medallion in there. Some credits. A few relics. The White Cloak of Paradise. And then that's the bonus token, the challenge bonus token for crafting. So that is pretty indicative of what an average one will be like. Can't have more items, can't have fewer. Next up, that's another of those. Black Gloves of the Priesthood. Well, my previous one was level 22. This is better. Occasionally, you'll get a unique for another character. Damage with melee. Brutal damage. Sure, we'll use that one. Insignia of Storm. Probably not all that good. Hit with a ranged power. Yeah, we'll end up just getting rid of that, replacing it with something else. 25 relics. That's very nice. A red onslaught medallion. That's best in slot for some characters. And that's, for instance, a credit chest. If you're not aware of it and you're playing, eventually you will hit the credit cap. There is a command. Exclamation point item, space, credit chest. One word, no spaces. So, exclamation point item, credit chest. And it will take 500,000 of your credits and put them in a box. You can stack the box up as high as you like. Well, I mean, reasonably high. For instance, in my case, I currently have 79.5 million credits in credit chests because I'm constantly bumping up against the cap. Let me put away relics. Crafty bit going in here. Oh, Mr. Relic. Well, in this game, the only real use for money is crafting. And I have spent a couple of million on crafting some of the items, but that's really the only use in the end game for it. It's basically trying to roll something good. For instance, you can very easily enchant. This is a really good, solid catalyst for this character. I'll show you what you can do after I find a place to dump tab this thing. No, not there. There? No. There? Yeah, there. You come over to... is it the crafter? Yeah, I think it's the crafter. Catalyst. Well, we want to give our catalyst some offensive affixes, say like crit. We take the fighting genetic mutation, we put it here. There are 4 different affix fields, let's say. And this one will give you the first, the second, the third, the fourth. These are in increasing cost 40,000 for the most expensive, and but also increasing value. So this one, where'd it go? Try that again.
A couple of these haven't even been patented yet.
So we start here with Mr. Hammond's cat. All right, with the fighting genetic mutation, craft it. It has attack speed. Attack speed's not bad, but let's say we're looking for crit. Craft it again. Critical damage rating. We didn't choose the auto crit skills. Attack speed's fine. We go to here. So he's got the attack speed. You can see that crafted in the sort of just above the purple text, in the sort of semi-purplish, under the yellow text for cosmic. And now, 3.2% attack speed. Well, we've got 4.9. I've got an idea. It's a crazy idea, but stick with me here. Damage rating versus enemies targeting you. Yeah, if I had taunt and was making everything attack me, that would be fine. We'll try another craft. Damage rating is fine, but we're trying for attack speed right now because I feel like it. Damage rating. Damage rating versus enemies targeting you. Attack speed 6.7. We are at over 10%. Guess what? There's one more to go. Yeah, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. Now, you can also do defensive ones if you want. So this is how you can burn through money. Damage rating, craft again. Critical damage rating, 1200 is a chunk. Damage rating versus enemies targeting you. Attack speed, 10%. We got like 22% attack speed out of that. But it cost what? I don't know, 150, 200,000 credits? That's where money comes in. His attack speed, by the way, is now probably pretty bonkers. Offensive attack speed is, he has 30.4% additional attack speed now, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. Let's see what's next. About the standard. Excalibur Saber. Okay, I'm not sure which one gets used for this build, so I'm going to set that aside. When you use a power, your allies gain deflect and damage rating versus unaware. Well, I am stealthed a lot. Additional attack speed, sure, why not? The one I already have is pretty crap. We'll probably replace that one. Protector's comms, 3 speed, but no health on hit. Mr. Hyde medallion, not great numbers. Some monies. And another random challenge bonus. So far we've gone through, what, 3 of them, I think? We have 1, 2, 3 level 60 uniques and a 4th that we may swap in. How about another box? Sure. Okay, same old thing. Let's see, which one's better? This one has less stats, so this one goes here because these are going to be fed to a pet. It's a cruel world. Juggernaut. Phoenix. When you're defeated to be rezzed up, 10% chance means that one's not worth it. Nope. 10 cube shards. Living laser medallion. Nice numbers, but I don't think that makes anyone's build. So far we have 2 more unique slots we want to fill on this character. That is the lesser jackpot. And this is kind of what you really want when you're leveling up, is because you get a pet. Pets are terrific in the game. And so you want to hit the pet for sure. The ring is no good. The Loki rune goes there. Pet goes down here. The Latverian Monarch Cloak makes some builds. I have a bunch of the Luke's Lucky Chains. So those are terrible numbers. You'll note 3 of them are red and 1 is yellow. If they're under 50%, they're red. 51 to 89 is yellow, and 90 plus is green. So that's just a terrible roll, so we'll sell that. This is a crafting item that we will put away. Here, I think. Yeah, there. Crafting item goes there. White Cloak of Paradise. Is this better than the one we're currently using? Yes, it has one more fighting, and it has more life. A few of the stats are lower, but that's normally going to be the case. Sacrifice, 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 sacrifice. Another sword. One of those might be a keeper. Nope. 3 strength. Nope. Lizard medallion. That goes there. That goes there. The rest of this stuff gets sold. We've got plenty of the shield spotlights, so we'll just drop that. This can't be sold. It can only be dropped on the floor and vanish because certain items can't be dropped. Let's put these away. 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold on to these. We still need unique for slots 4 and 5, gear-wise. Experimental repulsors for Iron Man. I thought his personality was the repulsor. Oh, burn! Burn! Yeah, that was me. I'm fine with it. More relics. 25 relics. Another red onslaught medallion. That's a sell, a sell, a sell, and those two will get put away. This is one of those things where you can get so much loot that it can be overwhelming. Practice. And eventually practice and being ruthless. Fairy Tale Swashbuckler boots. We have 2 of those. 2 boots! Evidently we have 4 legs. No, not really. This one is better. It has more green stats. So that will go there. Spider-Woman. No. We got fighting on this one. We've got fighting on this one. That's actually a keeper. We're getting to the point now where we're going to have everyone kitted out with good catalysts, and I can we'll no longer have to worry about the catalysts. That will be nice. A quick note about the catalysts. You want cosmic ones. You want them to have +3 of one of your stats. And in my experience, you also want them to have the plus 418 health when you hit an enemy, as that is extremely good for survivability. Ideally, you would like a challenge bonus on it, but I'm not going to worry about it in this case. And then you can craft on an additional amount of stuff. For instance, if you've got a build that has automatic brutal strikes, there are some builds that have a skill that will always hit a brutal strike. Getting nothing but brutal damage on your catalyst can add an enormous amount of damage to that skill. All right, we're back here where 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that goes there. 2 red onslaught medallions. Weird. We need 1 more in slot 5, please. Come on down. Critically hit. You and your allies gain. No. Nope. Another box of relics. The box of relics means 25. 25 relics is good. But relics are a long-term project, as most of your characters will not end up having any. Because they can stack up to 1,000 on each character, and you ain't getting enough to spread those around. We still need that slot 5. Come on, baby. Here we go. Don't think we got it. I have a sad. I'll get over it, but I have a sad. That's another point of speed over our current equip. A couple of minuses, a couple of minor pluses. I'm going to say overall it's an improvement. Pyotr Rasputin. Your allies gain damage rating to melee powers and offense, and the skills underneath were bad. 3 energy, no. Cube shards. Well, fortunately, we've got more. I am going to take a second. And I hate that sound. Can you hear that sound? That high-pitched... that sound? That's the backup sound of some new vehicle that's just so annoying. We need a pet to feed the uniques to. You can feed items to your pets. And you can see the unique cybernetic bonus there is almost complete. And that will give you a nice buff. That is 8, 3 strength. That means that's a keeper. It's a 3. We have another one. These ones are currently at +3. These ones are at +2. You want to make sure that you can, because you can equip these at any level, any new character, you want to throw it on the new character immediately. So a lot of these will end up getting thrown out. Not you, Old Lace, but the cats, dogs, cows, and possibly Groots. It's a cruel world out there. Let's grab a couple more boxes. Where'd I put them? Why can I not remember where I put them? Because I'm having an attack. They're there. But the reason I stacked them up is I grew tired of opening them and said, hey, I should save some of these for my next level 60 to speed up the process of filling in the basic uniques. Beast, when you hit with melee power, that seems good. Damage rating versus bosses, critical damage rating. I'm fine with all of those. That is, no. 10 more hero comms. Those are used in crafting. The bovine sector medallion. Come on. Come on. We just need the one more. Just the one more. That ain't gonna do the trick. Iceman, no. Gotta have standards. That's a lot of red onslaught medallions. Strength and energy, strength and energy. This one's 2-2. That one's 1-1. We can make a donation of that. Pardon me as I anally, retentively move my stuff around. What can I say? I strongly dislike an unorganized inventory. Most of the time I just hide it away by putting it at the bottom of my Guild Wars 2 characters. Let's see, this is not as good as the one I currently have. Nope. Nope. Odin Shards, Grim Reaper Medallion. Nope. The rest of those gotta go. Shoes, more spring. We got 2 sets of shoes. Spring shoes and repulsor boots. Eventually the bottom will become the top when it fills up. That's true. I was going to say truer words have never been spoken, but yeah, they've been spoken. But you're not wrong. Power, deflect, and damage ratings. No, thank you. That's a no. Another box of relics. We like those. No. Nope, that's not going to do it either. Time to feed the cat, which sounds like some sort of dirty saying. Probably is somewhere. Wasn't meant that way. In this particular case, oh, it's not even feeding the cat, it's feeding the Groot. Pardon me, we're feeding the Groot. I don't know, can I donate this? The answer is no. Not donatable. Not tradable, not droppable, but I can sell it. So that's going to be 79 credits, man. Woohoo! Vegas, here we come. Not really. All right, which one of these is better? Okay, that one is way better. And +2 fighting. That goes into the wrong place. Goes into the +2 list. That leaves us with just the cat. I'm going to grab some more boxes. It's taking longer than I had hoped, but then that does seem to be the way. Things always take longer than you think they're going to take. Have you noticed? Okay, more shield supply box stuff, regular stuff. That will be fed. Speed and fighting, that's not as good as the one we currently have. All right, so these can immediately get fed to the cat. Insignia of Beast. No, I don't think so. Box of Relics. Wizard. Bad. Trying it. We're still looking. It's coming, I promise, sooner or later. Seemingly later. Shield spray paint. We've got plenty of those. Boots. Nowhere near as good as the ones he's currently wearing. The Footstagons. I have no idea why that is called Footstagons. Interesting. Is this better than the one he is currently using? No. The same important stats of health on hit and fighting, but this one has additional physical damage. This one has damage to ranged powers, which he doesn't have. So that'll get put away. Another box of relics. Another few relics. Sauron medallion. That's Sauron, the Marvel bad guy, not Sauron. Sauron. By the way, I have finished bag 1 of parts. I'm making the Lego Sauron's helmet. Nope, no need for that. We got plenty of them. Well, we can go ahead and use that. Melee, yeah, sure. No reason not to use that. It's not especially good, but... Oh, it's a unique. Never mind. That can get fed to the cat. Fed to the cat is a great euphemism here. Especially when it is kind of actually getting fed to the cat. We're not even getting much in the way of uniques for Kurt Wagner here. Winter Spotlight, no. Scepter of the Kree Empire. More boots. Those have got a lot of stats. Oh, okay. Those aren't his stats, though. Okay. Well, speed is, but the other one wasn't. Insignia of Cyclops. No, those aren't bad numbers above, but the below numbers were bad. Rest of that can go. Hey, time for me to grab a couple more boxes. There's a reason I had all those boxes set aside, and that's this. If it takes the rest of my boxes, I can refresh my box supply on Wednesday. That, we got the last one we needed. I'm just checking. Okay, this is one of the sort of mini jackpots, but it's the biggest one I've ever seen. This is the last thing we needed, the great white shark. Let's see, Industry City, ranged powers. That doesn't make our grade, so to speak. Shield guide, I'm not sure. That makes some characters. The 9 heads might make some characters. We just got overloaded with stuff. But we did get the one we were looking for. Let's see. Targeting you, critical. It's not good, but fine, we'll use it. That one we can sell. Sell. And sell those two. And the rest of this all gets put away. We finally got the piece we were looking for. I do want to check really quick and see. Interesting. He's got the Fragment of Twilight in the 1 slot. But then that's broken. Gear. Okay, he recommends the practice sticks. And the sword doesn't, because we're not using the sword skills, so the practice sticks stay. So we're almost done kitting him up. Basics. Anyway, we did get a new pet. That can go there. The cat can go there. We have a bunch more relics. Where bunch is relative. Oh, we also got that cat. That darn cat. No, that's his. That's the one we're actually using on this character. Duh. That goes there. That goes there. As does that. The boxes are returned to their rightful place. Waiting for my next level 60. That can go there. Those can go there. That's a rune. The alternate reality rune goes there. Missed that. We were dropping those 3 there. That at the bottom. And we need to buy the hero tab for Nightcrawler. And move him down towards the bottom. He won't mind. And drop the sword in there in case we ever want to rebuild, though we have a starting unique for that. And this goes to Black Bolt. I'm just going to do a quick check and see if our Black Bolt has that equipped. And if so, if this one's better. It's worse. So we'll just... Now we will go to the red challenge for Midtown and do a little bopping around there and see how the build feels. Granted, I don't really have the rotation mastered. It's the kind of thing where at some point, if I feel so...
Hey, up yours, buddy.
I think I can't disagree with her on that. Up yours, buddy. Pretty much does sum it up.
nice.
I'm afraid I cannot do that.
Guess you're more bark than bite.
Oh, Deadpool. You try my patience.
And we're sprinting. What are you doing here? Whoops, 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 over this direction.
You should have never interfered.
You give the other goblins a pain. I love the sound of casualties.
Trick or treat!
Mein Gott, the pain! The pain is painful. Yeah? It's never over. Get out. Almost jumped in front of that schmuck. I see, fly into a dizzying blur, physical damage. Just wanted to check. Make sure I wasn't messing that up. Just you wait. Okay, Rhino. Hey! Kinda hurt. Dude, serious? Pretty sure you're still stupid. Feels okay.
And affix them as ornaments.
Having the ability to bop around pretty freely because you've got 6 charges of your movement skill instead of the normal 3 or 4. Significant difference. Feels pretty good to play. But we have tried him out a bit. We will go down to the Cosmic to open the boxes because more XP. Now, the character's 60, but we still have the Infinity system.
This will complete my collection.
We already completed our collection, dude. Before I forget, we come back over here to Options, Gameplay, and we go back to Don't show me any loot of yellow quality or less. Just vacuum it up for the pet. Uru Forged, level 25, physical damage, sure. For now, fine. Fine, whatever. A ring. Health, dodge, defense, sure, whatever. for now. Boots, less, and they both have less stats than the ones we're currently using. I'm going to swap over to another character for a little bit of cosmic difficulty. Midtown. My default has become Deadpool. Got pretty decent gear. Nothing incredible. A fully leveled up legendary, decent but not cosmic artifacts. A good chunk of the relic for hit points, I think. Yeah. Which we will grab any extras that are just sitting around. Another 164. He is up to what? Like 850? 852. Which gives him 852 health and 233 awesome. The awesome is here. His awesome, he doesn't spend the spender. Normally this is whatever you spend, like mana or health or ammunition or whatever. He doesn't spend it, but the more he has, the more damage he does. He has Brigand's Fortune on to just give him even more awesome. And I don't think I've even, I haven't even pumped up his numbers for the Catalyst, like I just did 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago for Kurt Wagner. Midtown Cosmic. You have to do the Cosmic Trial at Red difficulty to get access to Midtown Patrol, Industry City Patrol, and Hightown Patrol Cosmics. The rest of the Cosmic stuff, you can go in. It's going to be difficult, but you can do it. I currently have Captain America out because I grabbed the team up for Captain America and Iron Man from the current ongoing event vendor. I don't particularly care for the silver Iron Man look. That's fine. There's also the team up for the shield support, which I think I did get completed. I did, yeah. That's one you can never bring in to fight alongside you like this. That's one that only shoots stuff from on high. All right, a 6-boss clatch of bad guys. I'm the first one on site. Let's hope I'm not the only one to show up. Guys, will anyone be joining me this evening? Seriously? Am I the only person in freaking Cosmic Midtown on Monday? Are you kidding me? Or did I just happen to end up, they just spun up a new instance and I'm the only person in it? Because normally what you want is you want the 6 boss waves because you get the most loot out of it. Yeah. Has anyone else showed up? Meanwhile, Lens runs in circles. Alright, we'll try the ult. We'll pull our ultimate out. It ought to at least allow us to kill the trash mobs running around. No, I'm running around like a Deadpool with his head cut off, so to speak, metaphorically. And I got downed there, but I do have down protection. I am literally the only player here. I am in Cosmic, which is why I'm not, annihilating them. I've never seen this on the server. Mondays, normally you've got 400 or 500 people online. There'll be a dozen or more cosmic instances going. They got me. Nobody in the lobby. Wow. So disappointing. I just wanted to, you know, kick some butts. I mean, butt kicking is going on. It's, just sadly, it's my butt. Oh, is that another player? No, no, no. No, it's not. You know, I've done a good amount of damage to him. I killed one. Wait, did we get another player around? Because I can't believe I actually killed somebody.
You'll be back in the sequel.
Maybe another player. I'm not seeing him yet. But, yes, there is another player. Oh, died again. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get a good look at the other player. They were transparent. I'm trying to figure out who the hell can stealth continually like that. The outline looked a bit like Moon Knight. There is another player. They're downed.
Speaking from experience,
Next time go easier with tunnel.
There was only a 1% chance of failure.
Dude, we just want to pick up our loot. Stop. Just stop being you. There they are. They are Blade? No. Nick Fury? You gotta be kidding. No wonder they were dead. Nick Fury is generally considered to be about the weakest character in the game. So I'm surprised we did that well. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's Blade. Never mind. Blade considered one of the strongest in the game. It's not Nick Fury, it's Blade. I think. Yeah, that's definitely the voice of Blade. Okay, that explains it. What happened? Eventually, Blade showed up, and he is a bit of a glass cannon, but he is one of the strongest characters in the game. He's one of those where have the model lower their health the more damage they deal, so that's why they can, well, die like he did. I went to res him, but he just resed and drove back. That sword's not as good as the sword I'm using. The loafers, which aren't loafers, they're bunny slippers. We did get a Cargill's Cosmically Enhanced Rewrites, which is a cosmic artifact, which is good enough to make a lot of builds. In fact, maybe might be better than what I'm currently using. All right, that one adds a whole boatload of awesome. Not sure that one's that great for me. Defense and health isn't bad. I might actually end up going with the Cargills. +3 to all stats. Critically hit, recover, awesome. We don't have to worry about that. Our awesome never goes down. When you use your SIG, knock all nearby enemies back upon landing. Enemies are stunned for a second. Not that great. It's all about the +3 to attributes, and I'm not getting an enormous amount from my attributes. Which does sound a little bit dirty, excuse me, when I said it. Four uniques.
You don't want to know where
That's one of his lines. You don't want to know where I'm keeping this. And he makes a grunting sound. In his butt is the implication here. This one may actually be good enough to use, much to my shock and surprise. It does have 400 health, but less damage reduction. And the reduction in attack speed, it's close, but no. I would say no. And in fact, I did just say no. You may have heard me. It involved me saying no. We have a regular Midtown Madness Fortune card. Crap. And the Cosmic Midtown Madness. Higher chance for good things. You don't have to give me a random costume. A chest of 100 Odin marks would be very welcome. Or the Mandarin medallion. Wow. Wow, those numbers are terrible. I mean, impressively terrible. Put away the goods. Pardon me. Up there. The cargoes can go down here. There are some characters that's very good for. Taskmaster, for example. Just as Deadpool gets a lot of his power from just stacking awesome. Stat stacking for Taskmaster is the same way. So 3 to all attributes is basically 18 added onto his total attributes. Did we not have a pet that was partially fed? Yes, we did. This cat is getting fed. We are force feeding the cat. +1 energy is not something we're willing to accept. So we reset that one value. You can re-roll each of the values independently. They just require a little more cash and a few more crafting materials.
Does this mean my movies get a green light?
That, of course, is funny because when he made that statement, Nolan North doing the voice acting, I don't know, 12 years ago, something like that, when the game released. The idea of a movie for Deadpool was not something anyone would have really conceived was likely. And it wasn't really likely until they, quote-unquote, accidentally leaked the test footage, which got such a positive response they immediately started making the movie. And +1 intelligence again. Kitty, you ain't that smart. You're a cat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bloop. We'll feed him 3 more uniques. The way you fill out the green, blue, purple, and yellow is by setting the settings to auto-consume items that drop. So as you're running around killing stuff, all those mobs are dropping loot. It automatically gets vacuumed up, most of it, and gets applied to the abilities on the pet. I have ranked in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. It must be top of the hour. 7 o'clock on the nosy. So we'll put the cat away. As an example here, 3% deflect rating multiplier is not that great. So I should probably re-roll that on Deadpool. Too awesome when you hit is terrible because my awesome never goes down. So gaining awesome does nothing for me. So we want to reset the green and blue on his pet until we get decent affixes. Green. Green is... yeah, the deflect multiplier is not good for this character. Pull it out. Pardon the phrase. Stick it back in. Pardon the phrase. Wrong button. Right button. Reroll the blue. The blue is awesome. Game. Does nothing for us. So currently it's empty. It's random. every time you do it. So in 600 green items and 900 blue items sucked up, they'll have new affixes. We'll see if we like them or not. The plus 2% base physical damage isn't bad at all because I'm doing all physical. The yellow is when you dodge, gain 4% crit and brutal damage for 12 seconds on a 15-second cooldown. That's probably not that good, but I'll keep it for now. And then the 3 fighting, obviously, adds to my fighting, which is one of my primaries. So here's the leaderboards. And the leaderboards, okay. I finished in the top 60% for that, but what we're currently doing is what? It's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Heroes for Hire, I think. Right, I did none for the Heroes for Hire, so I may have gotten some. It's just the sort of base default. On 37, that's the top 67%. What was the other one in there? Well, I mean, it'll tell me. Oh, the anniversary tournament. So the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like a top 50%, top 60%. Oh, and Infinity Orb and 5 Omega Files. 1 Infinity Orb. Whee! That's like 10% of an Infinity point. Hardly seems fair. Anniversary tournament. That'll be cake slices. Normally it's 10 or 20. We might even get 30 out of this. We're at 241, 251. It's just 10. I feel shame. I led you astray. I must be spanked. But on that note, me talking about spanking, I am going to call it an evening. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, with more of my particular brand of content. Not sure what I'll be playing. Couple of possibilities. We've got Grim Dawn, I think, in 3 days, so I think on Thursday. I'm going to give it some thought. We'll figure something out. But this is going to do it for me tonight. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I'm very appreciative, and hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Monday night or Tuesday morning goes reasonably okay, and the rest of your week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow. Take care. Please do take care.